This course is divided into 10 chapters, plus this intro chapter that you're already in that covers some of the stuff to think about before you even get started. You'll need Cinema 4D Studio R18 or higher to do everything in this course. If you have Light, Prime, Broadcast, or Visualize, you can still build a character to some extent, but all the tools that we cover here won't be there. After R20, Maxon did away with the multiple tiers of the app, so if you have R21 or higher, you're all set. Here's what to expect from the rest of the course. In Chapter 1, Modeling, we'll cover how to build the base mesh for a human character from scratch. We'll start by blocking out the form with primitives, then move to refining it and concentrating on good topology practices that'll make our lives easier when we get to future chapters. In Chapter 2, UVs, we'll discuss what UV mapping is and how to use C4D's built-in tools to lay them out, and some strategies for good UV layout for a character. We'll then take our base mesh with good UVs, and in Chapter 3, Sculpting, use C4D's sculpting tools to make a much more detailed, high-polygon version of the character. We'll cover the body paint system and tools in Chapter 4, Texturing, and how to paint the texture directly on the sculpted model. Among other things, we'll create a color, roughness, and reflection map using a variety of techniques. In Chapter 5, Hair, we'll go over C4D's hair system and use it to create a dynamic ponytail hairstyle with colliders so it doesn't intersect the mesh when the character is moving. Then in Chapter 6, Baking, we'll convert our sculpt data into displacement and normal maps so that we can use the low poly base mesh to animate, but have it retain all the detail of the sculpt at render time. Now that we have a lightweight, low poly version of the character, in Chapter 7, Rigging, we'll add joints and bind it to C4D's character object so we can start to animate it. Then in Chapter 8, Weighting, we'll spend time exploring different ways to weight the character so it deforms properly when the various parts of it twist and bend. In Chapter 9, Constraints, we'll build a custom eye rig and then add in some accessories and constrain them all to the character so that they move along with it. Finally, in Chapter 10, Expressions, we'll go over facial expressions using pose morphs and a little bit of espresso to build some custom controllers for the eyes and mouth. At the end of the course, you should have a solid understanding of the process and all the tools and techniques needed to build your own character.